Yeah, that's it. Let's go. There it is. Those are the two. Let's go. Let's just get it there. Elbows out in front. Bro, it's so good. Good God. Awesome. Come on. I wanted to keep digging into your volleys. I mean, dude, you're going to be a volleyer, right? I mean, you're an aggressive player, and we want to just keep building out that front court game. Last time what we were talking about with your volleys is just, you're doing a great job of seeing when to sneak and how to approach, but I guess elbows were a little compressed on the body, and that was leading to some late contacts, a little bit of wristiness in this back pocket. So what we want to do is be out in front with those elbows, right? Even more amplified than you would probably be even in your ground stroke ready position, so that you're ready to make these contacts out in front through our walking steps. So let's dig into that. Probably a lot of backhands. I had one idea on your forehand. I don't know that I want to touch it today, honestly, because I also think you're in a great place. Like, you're one of my best students because of just how much work you put into your game, but I also think you're getting to a very steady place. So I want to, the game is getting full, so I want to like parse it in over time that we don't break it, because there's no reason to do that right now. Okay, all right. Working on the sneak right now, okay? If we have anything, just continuing to work on that elbow sort of out in front. Ball's floating right now, we're on the sneak, let's go. Awesome, come on, push, push, push. Let's go, right out in front. That's it, you got it, you got it. And just make sure you're pushing on that outside foot. That's it, that's it. Great, pal. Awesome. Well, it looks wonderful. That's actually what I was going to tell you too. But first off, we want to take that ball as high as possible. The couple that you missed deep, ball dropped on you. Now, it's like a drop in a ground stroke. If it drops, you just got to massage it a little bit. You got to move your hand under, and you got to recognize that the ball has descended and take a little bit off and place it down the road a little bit more than smack it down the road. But you know what I liked on that last one? Is you took the supination off, and we were talking about that a little bit, right? Is that we want to build our volleys with supinated moves. It's just like you want to learn to serve with spin. You want to learn to dictate to spots with spin. It's super important because that way you build the coil right. If you learn to serve with a flat ball, you end up in a weird stance and weird grips. So we want to learn our volleys with spin. But you get good enough, you start to say, okay, there's moments that I can take that spin off, and the way we take it off is by rolling the shoulder and not adding, and I love that last one, right? And to me, one of the places that we do that is this. So we're talking about sneaking, right? And again, we're talking about sneaking. Boom, stretch my opponent. I'm coming forward. On their stretch, I come up, I finish into the open space. If I have them off the court, I'm probably gonna have a nice controlled supinated move with a lot of spin to control myself into that. But if they sneak, if you take a step over here, if I sneak and now they've recovered on me, right? And I can feel them and they're in a decent defensive position and that ball's floating right here, I'm probably gonna take a little bit of that spin off it because I've got to smack it into an open space a little bit harder. So it's just one of those places that as you get to become a quality volleyer, you can play with like a reduction of the spin or reduction of the supination, but the hands out in front look wonderful. And what I also say with the hands out in front, you're looking less and less like wristy on your move. It's looking clean through that supinated move, so I like it. Here we go, out in front, let's go get it. That's it, let's go. Let's do like 3 right now where you're grabbing it, and then 3 where you're trying to like plow through it a little bit more. That's it, awesome, let's go. Pull down and around. There it is. One more like that where we're grabbing, we're pulling down and around the ball. Good. Now, couple where there's gonna float a little bit harder, and I wanna see you just take out the spin and just kind of plow into it. Yeah, that's it, let's go. Bad feed. Okay, get the elbows out in front though, elbows out in front. And just because we want to take some, it's like, we don't want to drop the head back significantly. Oh, you just got a little wild on that. You took the idea of, hey, we can take some pace, we can take some spin out of it, and you just dropped the head back and got wild on it. So it's just a reduction of that shoulder roll that creates that extra pace, not a laying back of the racket head. Although in the sneak, we can have a little bit more head lay back than we do in our approach because we've got to create a little bit of force, but that was a little much. Let's get elbows out in front. Let's have one great elbows out in front, please, and run really good one to finish it. Oh, that was gonna be nice. Let's go, come on. It's good. Feel good? I think we got stuff to do. Yeah, let's go. Let's go on the backhand a couple times, and then really what I wanted to get into was the approach because I think that's where you're having some problems with the compression of the elbows. So let's just go a couple on the backhand sneak and let's see it into the open space. Awesome, let's go. Nice, bro. Oh, that's a bad feed, but you got to deal with it. You're going to get that on the sneak anyways. That's where you got to get your hand under the ball a little bit more. Good. Well, let me tell you this. You're missing, but it's looking better. This has always been probably your weakest spot as far as volleys, is that high backhand. It's tough for a lot of people. That space up there is a little bit difficult. What I see though is that you're coming down the ball and it's like, it looks good. I like the evolution of it. You're just missing, but the push on the outside of the foot and bringing the racket down the ball and maybe a little bit around it is starting to look good. All your backhands before in that space, you're always trying to like pull the racket under. If we think of like 3 different zones, high zone, mid zone, low zone, you're treating everything like a mid zone. And now you come up and you pull it. So let's just pop a couple and let's move on. Let's go, push. God, it's a bad feed. Push on that outside foot. Let's go, push into that ball. Oh, you're there. Hee-hee. There it is, let's go. You're gonna edit out the other ones and that's the one. There it is, those are the 2. Those are great. That's a very difficult ball. Getting the float in the high backhand position, having to change direction into the open space. This is probably the most difficult of all the floating volley scenarios. You're doing better. It's starting to look fundamental. You're not perfect at it yet. Those 2 are awesome. Go look back at those, but you're starting to like, the way that you're working is good. And also I think it's such a better drive off that outside foot now. You used to kind of be a little bit empty in that load and push, and now it's looking good, man. Just got to hit them now. Let's come forward on the approach. And let's maybe not get lost here, because I know we want to get into the backhand, and maybe you had a question on your forehand. So let's stay with just a little bit of the 2 target system. So you got 3 volleys, right? One of them's a sneak, boom, we sweep it down the roads. Now we're up on the approach, they're trying to pass us. We're either going deep or we're going short. You go into the mid-court, you get burnt. Yoink. Looks good, dude. Okay, as I drop the ball, you come forward, right? Let's go, elbows out in front. If anything we're working on is not hit or miss, it doesn't matter. But what I'll tell you is this, what I want is that elbows out, wide base. Elbows out, wide base, everything great's gonna come off that, come off the core. As long as that's healthy, you're building that healthy moment, that's the improvement in your game that we wanna see, so let's make it happen. Yeah, buddy. Let's go, elbows out. Good, and show me what your elbow out position is. I'm curious where you think you are. Good, yeah. Like I told you, like, I went to go watch that Challengers double finals, and there's some dude just like freaking like this, and I don't think we need to stress the arms, but just, you can play with like the amount that you're there. You don't want the racket in your eye, you know, like, just as long as it's not through your eye, your vision window. I don't know if vision window is a word, but I made it one. Here we go, ready, let's go. Nice, let's go. Awesome, buddy, come on. Right out in front. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Now, we're gonna keep moving because I don't wanna get lost here. Those were awesome. This is another place where sometimes if somebody lances one at me really hard, that I'll just even take the hand off. Now, I don't want people out there to think, okay, I'm gonna be a flat volleyer, because I'm telling you, if you build your volleys flat, you're not gonna have great hands. But if you build your volleys like this, and then you start to add density on certain moments, then you're gonna have some texture in your volleys. This might be one sometimes that I'll, especially if I get it low and it's low powered and somebody's biting on me, I'll press it into the space. Just because we're opening that conversation. I don't know, keep going, let's go. I know, but I don't know. Here we go, ready, let's go. Let's go, let's just get it there. Elbows out in front. Yeah, man, let's go. See it on the backhand, let's go. Bro, you're on it. So good. That got so much better with the elbows. Let's go. Good. It got so much better with the elbows and with just the splits. When you come forward in that approach, now it's a little bit contrived because we know which side I'm going to, but I'll tell you, if you come forward and you're approaching, hit this, and then if you can make a play, you'll make a play. The problem is people come to the net, right? And they just feel like they might get burnt, okay, right? Because it's not the baseline, and depending on the level of their approach, they're less comfortable here, and they just can smell that they're about to get roasted. And so what they start to do is they just start to cheat split steps and just kind of mentally lead into positions and hope, and then everything breaks down, because if it's not coming from here, you're not gonna get a clean read on it. So that was so much better. Keep it going. All right, let's move. Let's do a couple on the drops. Okay, where you're just continuing to work on that absorption technique of the hand. Ready, let's go, come forward. Yeah, let's go. Wide though, wide, let's go. That's better, that's better. So we're talking about, this is another place, because it's kind of the conversation where we reduce handwork and we absorb the ball with our body in sort of a retreat or rebound of the racket, okay? You're feeling it, it's great, but hit that wide base so that you can take that, awesome, so that you can take that impact through the core. Bro, it's so good, good God, let's go. You're there, come on. Awesome, last one. Oh, I was gonna try to make a move on it. All right, hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. We love you so much, I love you so much. If you like this video, please do the things, hit the subscribe, comment, say something nice, and like. Do it again. Hunt the top, baby.